Welcome to another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip.
In this week's episode, we are leaving Moab after an amazing fun time with the Jeep on in some of the trails there. But before heading north, we made sure to go out for a hike in the Arches National Park.
Look up at that look BP, look up there. Look at that rock.
Wait, what?
Cool? It's even shimmied like to the edge. It's like it looked like it split and then moved over to the other side. Look at that.
Tonight, but you don't seem to forget about yourself. Wondering.
After a Mexican lunch, we hiked up to what's called the Delicate Arch, which you can see behind us. We came here about two and a half years ago with the kids. They were much smaller, so it was really nice to hike up here and enjoy it. And this time it's around sunset, so if you look over there, the sun is starting to set. There's not that many people here, maybe 35 or 40 people this time of year. This is November. It can get busy in the summer, but these arches are pretty spectacular here in Moab, Utah. Arches National Park.
I'm breathing out. So here's a reminder to look at life that's pouring into you. And so my friend, let me tell you once again, and you know that it's true. Forget about seeing it or hearing it, in the end you must feel. Forget about all you know, you need to go, it's okay to let go. Just let it go, go, go. Then you're breathing in. You're breathing out.
petroglyphs down from the Ute Indians. That is really neat.
We're breathing out.
Just hiking back from the Delicate Arch through the desert here. It's just beautiful. And we stopped at the petroglyphs, which drawings from the Ute Indians back sometime between 1680 and 1700s. Those are old drawings, and they've been well preserved up in the rocks for all these many years. So that's a neat, very neat thing here in Arches National Park. Up ahead there's an old original log cabin from the homesteaders that used to live here. Let's go take a look. If it's not too dark, go check that out. Wow,
Could you imagine building this?
that is really neat.
I wonder where they got the logs, because
Yeah.
the other tree's so small here.
And that's like a clay mat. Actually, they put cement on it now to protect it, but they would have used clay back then. That old building we just looked at, the old original log cabin, was called Wolf Ranch. A guy named John Wesley Wolf settled here in the 1800s with his oldest son Fred. A nagging leg injury from the Civil War prompted John to move west from Ohio, looking for a drier climate. He chose this tract of more than 100 acres along Salt Wash for its water and grassland, enough for a few cattle.
So here's a reminder to look at life that's pouring into you.
Good morning. It's our final morning in Moab. We're getting ready to head north up to Salt Lake City. But bike's on, hitching up the Jeep. We're gonna head over to the Slick Rock bike area. So I think there's a law here in Moab that you cannot come to Moab and not go mountain biking. So we don't want to break the law.
This morning, me, mom and dad went out on a quick bike ride on the Slick Rock trails here in Moab. We did this about 2 years ago, but it's really great to be back, and this kind of riding is one of my favorites. So interesting. This place almost looks like another world.
Mars.
Yeah, Mars or something. It's just all totally slick rock. Like, the name's perfect for it, and the riding here is insane. So super fun and great to get back on the bike.
How was it?
Beauty, right? So yeah, the trails are interesting. They go steep downhills, sharp turns, and then just to this like V straight up, and then it's a straight up climb for a while, and another downhill. Just follows like the Slick Rock, I guess.
But it's freezing.
It's pretty cool.
I guess it's not too cold, but we've been in such warm weather.
That's why the parking lot's empty. We traveled our bikes for 2 years, and we always locked them in with the cable lock. And while we were traveling, it would wear. So we had these places where, I guess this, even though it's rubberized, it was just rubbing along as we drove, and it would wear through the paint. So Pete came up with the genius idea the other day, and now that we have the idea, we're like, duh, should have thought of that earlier. But we just put the cable through the water bottle holders, and that's the end of the rubbing and the chafing and the paint damage. Smart idea, Pete.
Where are we off to now?
Head north to Salt Lake City, Utah.
Had a pretty epic ride.
That was awesome. Nice to be back in Moab. Wish we had more time. We will definitely be back.
Some organic coffee for the road.
Thank you. Thank you, Ben. That was a bit of a snowy drive through the mountains, but here we are, Salt Lake City, KOA. Good morning. We are heading out of Salt Lake and heading north now into Montana. We're either going to get to Dillon or Missoula and spend the night, and then it should be one more day up to Canada. We left in the heaviest of fog this morning, but it just started to clear, so you can at least we get a little peek of the mountains surrounding Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City in the fog, crossed into Idaho, and then crossed all the way through Idaho, and we're now in beautiful Montana in the foothills, and the weather's been cooperating all day, and I hope it's good for the next couple of days while we head north. The roads are nice and clear, but look at the foothills. This is actually not been to this part of Montana. We've been up in the northern part, but this is just like I used to see in books as a child. Beautiful. I feel like riding a horse through here. Good morning. We're here in Polson, Montana, 7 miles from the Canadian border. We're going to cross over today, but the weather's quite nice, even though it's snowing a little bit. It's above 0 Celsius, so it's above freezing. So it's a perfect time to winterize the motorhome. Now, yesterday we were, I guess, in higher elevations, and it was way below freezing, and our water actually temporarily froze. But as we got into the Kootenays here, the temperature warmed up, and the water started running again. Luckily there was no damage, no leaks or anything. So we are now gonna put in our antifreeze for the winter, the pink stuff, and empty all the tanks, all the liquids, run it through the system, and then we're good to go. We'll head north into BC and park the motorhome for a couple of months while we go snowboarding in the Kootenays. So we're all winterized, and now we're heading to the border, heading up to British Columbia. So we arrived at our condo here in Radium Springs, BC, and it's a beautiful place. We're really excited. The job now is a big one. We've got to take everything out of the motorhome, everything out of the fridge, the coolers, our clothing, our snowboards, all that stuff, enough to live here for 3 months. So we're in the process of hiking up bags of materials and clothing and food. Caroline's loading up the fridge there. And yeah, we're looking forward to it. This place is amazing. We'll show you around. We'll do some video shots. Everyone here has their own bedrooms, which is something we haven't had in 3 years traveling. I mean, we've been sleeping in a motorhome and sharing hotel rooms, but this is going to be mega luxury. But look out the window. I mean, this place is spectacular beyond belief. Look at the mountains out there. And we've got season's tickets for Panorama, which is a mountain over this way, so we can get some really good snowboarding in after homeschool. Homeschool comes first. It's a great motivator to get the school done and then hit the slopes.
Hey. Oh, it's awesome. We've all got our own rooms and beds. Me and Dan are upstairs with our own area to talk and play and do things, and then just it's gonna be nice, especially over the holidays and things. It goes in.
Having a house for Christmas, you can't beat it, huh?
Yeah, and being right beside the mountains. Like, you just look out the window and there's mountains everywhere. We're within like a half an hour to the hills that we got season passes at. So
You bring your snowboards?
yep, all snowboarding gear.
Should bring them up to the room here.
Yeah.
Grab that bag here again. Alright, let's go get the last of the gear out of the motorhome. There are mountains out that way
You got
too.
the clouds and you got the sun and the mountain.
It's supposed to be clear the next couple of days, or all week actually. more wildlife in this town than people. We've seen deer walking down Main Street, the mountain goats or mountain sheep, turkeys. What's that? Bighorn sheep. Yeah, just tons of wildlife. Not a whole lot of people, but it's a beautiful place, that's for sure. We're heading up to the tire store once we get past all the sheep here. There's one place in town, and what we need to do is get winter tires, or at least we're gonna first ask them if these tires qualify, because up here it's by law you have to have winter tires on, I guess because we're so high in the mountains and whatnot. So yeah, let's see what they say. I mean, we have these RT Toyo rough terrain.
Yeah, I don't think they are, but we'll ask them, and then
These are probably more for mud and things like that. So typically snow tires have much narrower thread and maybe narrower tires. So we're hoping to get a set. We're only here for 3 months, so get a set that we can buy and then sell back after 3 months at a discounted rate. So let's see what they say. We got to the garage and the nice guy came out and he said, let me learn you something, which we probably should have known, but he taught us something new. M&S. It means they're rated for mud and snow, so we're good. We don't need to change up the tires, and we're compliant with the snow law. Thank you for watching this week's video. Hope you stay tuned. We post a video every Sunday morning. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and thank you to all our subscribers, 20,000 plus. We're really thankful to have all of you on board. Follow us on Instagram if you get a chance. It's at Epic Family Road Trip. And in the meantime,
We'll see you down the road.